Hey YouTube, it's Jacob the Plant. Today I'm going to be ranking every one of DJ Earworm's yearly United State of Pop mashups he does at the end of each year. So let's just get right into it. Starting off we have 2007. We have an A. This one is good. Some of the production sounds kind of old, but I would guess that's because of the songs themselves. And it's actually been getting stuck in my head lately. It's actually quite catchy. Next up, we have 2008. This one is decent. The first minute, now this is actually a common theme with a few of them. The first minute or so is awesome. It's very cool, and then the rest of it's just kind of a bit too slow paced. Alright, 2009. Right off the bat, spoiler alert, this is the best one, even after all these years. 2010, Don't Stop the Pop. This one is eh. The chorus is pretty much just the song TikTok mashed up. There's a few mashups that the chorus is kind of just one song mashed up, which annoys me. It's got like a really fun vibe, but that's just because all the music of 2010 for the most part was very upbeat. But none of it really flows that well, so just a C. Next up, my other personal favorite, 2011. This one just has such a cool, like, urgent feel throughout the whole thing. Next up, we've got 2012. I am also a fan of this one. Usually, he mixes at least a few different instrumentals, and this one, primarily it's just one song, Die Young, throughout pretty much the entire thing. Usually that would bother me, but it works very well in this one. This one flows the best. Like, being able to sing along to it, I think this one is actually the best. Then we got 2013. Living the Fantasy. I was not originally a fan of 2013's because 2012's was so upbeat and happy. I think that the 2013's is kind of actually it's a lot more downbeat. It's actually pretty good. It's got 3 distinct parts to it, and each part is good in its own way. If we're talking about specifically the chorus of the mashup, I think this is debatably the best one. Next up, we have 2014. So you can do what you wanna do. Yeah, this one's a B. And most of it, he's only mixing like a couple songs at a time, but it works very well. The reason it's down here, although the chorus is great, the rest of it, like the verses, don't flow that well. Alright, then we've got 2015. And this is a pretty good one. 2015 has like 2 distinct parts. As sad as it is, 2015 was his last like actually good mashup. Well, actually, no, that's not completely true. You'll see in the end. Next up, 2016.
Welcome to my city. Welcome to my home. Make it feel like the good old days when we in our sound. Welcome to my
Trash. This was the true start of his downfall. There's like a couple cool things it does, like the Into Pieces, that's the title of it, with Starboy. This is the first one that just feels really rushed. It's just not that good. Alright. Then we got 2017's.
Is it me? Is it true?
2017's, I'm happy to say, was an improvement. Yeah, it has a pretty good chorus. There's not much else to say about it. Then we have 2018. Now this one, I kinda can't blame DJ Earworm because music in 2018 in general was not the best. It was, in fact, in the whole music chart or like just music community, I've seen a lot of people agree that 2018 was the worst year of music in the decade. So I can't exactly blame him for this one not being that good. But even then, on top of that, the whole mashup just sounds rushed. It's bad, honestly. Moving on from that, we got 2019. Which, continuing the pattern, is at least better than the last year, but still not that good. The High Hopes instrumental is pretty much what makes this. So that's, once again, that's not DJ Earworm's talent coming out. However, that being said, the chorus is still pretty cool. However, there's a whole section with like just a couple rap songs that goes on for like a minute, it feels like, and just feels really unnecessary. Then we got 2020.
Breathe me out, never going down.
And for this one, I'm going to have to put it in trash. Well, it's better than 2018, I'll give it that. Alright, so between the three of these, it's honestly hard to decide which one is the worst. So 2020's is disappointing, especially because there was a lot of good music in 2020, and yet this still ended up being trash. I'm going caveman for the rest of this. The tier list I was using didn't, if you didn't notice, it didn't have this year's new mashup and these two already on there. So I'm heading over to good old Microsoft Paint to finish this. Anyway, continuing on, we got 3 left. We got the new one he just made for this year, 2021.
Ice cream tastes like candy. I won't bite unless you like. I wanna stay up all day and all night.
Is unfortunately trash. His newest one is at least better than these 3, but it's still not that good. The one cool thing is the mashup of the instrumentals for Stay and Bad Habits. That's very cool, and it creates a very cool vibe. And I swear, the Industry Baby instrumental he uses in the chorus sounds off pitch. Disappointing. Next up, we have his 2000s mashup.
Like looking through a fog mirror. It's funny how it's little things in life that mean most. The innocent can never last.
This one is pretty good. It does a really good job of capturing like the nostalgia of the 2000s. There's like a minute in here that kind of sucks, but then the rest of it is awesome. Alright, last but not least, we have his 2010s decade mashup.
The things that we could be. Don't believe me, just watch.
So this one's actually pretty cool, especially for that first minute when he's going through all the years. And then the rest of the mashup as well. There's many different sections, and a few of them are great. Alright, after some final adjustments, this is my final tier list of DJ Earworm's United State of Pop mashups, plus his 2 decade end mashups. It is sad to see his decline in quality since like 2015. But who knows, maybe as long as he keeps doing these every year, maybe he'll make another really good one. Alright, well, there you have it. Thank you all for watching.